Elon Musk is taking losses everywhere he looks. He's getting boxed out of his co-president role in the White House. His swastika company, Tesla, sees its stock price falling every single day. And the Supreme Court race he spent tens of millions of dollars trying to buy and is getting himself into legal jeopardy over, he is about to lose. Things are going terribly for Elon Musk. And Tim Walz is just twisting the knife. We saw that incredibly viral clip of him mocking Elon. And apparently so did Elon, because he talked about it in an interview with Bret, in which he was on the verge of tears, his voice cracking. Oh, so sad as he whined. It was hilarious, and it's really therapeutic to watch, so we're going to get into it. But before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video, and if you haven't already and you enjoy our channel, to hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way, and it really does mean a lot to me. Now, there's a lot that has led up to Elon's meltdown that we are going to see, but it starts with a report from Rachel Maddow a couple of days ago that I think adds great context.
Last night, Elon Musk apparently found time to convene an all-hands meeting for employees of his car company, Tesla. They called this all-hands meeting for every employee of the company for 9 p.m. last night. They scheduled it as a live stream event on Twitter, which is owned by Mr. Musk. The live stream promptly crashed and shut down for about half an hour. They eventually apparently got it restarted, whereupon Mr. Musk got online with his employees at his car company, and he begged his employees to not sell their stock in Tesla, which many Tesla executives and board members have recently done. He told his employees that things were about to become immeasurably better, unimaginably better. Quote, what's the most exciting future that you could possibly imagine? Quote, a future of abundance for all, where you could literally just have anything you want. Elon Musk explained to his employees that these unimaginably good times are right around the corner. He told Tesla employees, literally, quote, hang on to your stock. He told them there are times when there are rocky moments, a little bit of stormy weather, but I'm here to tell you the future is bright and exciting. He also told them that they should feel good about these reassurances from him and definitely not sell their stock the way his executives and board members have been. They should really feel good about his assurances about the future because he has such a good track record of his predictions coming true. He explained this to his employees last night, which occasions, I feel like it's only fair, just a reminder of what his predictions have actually been like over time. This, for example, was Elon Musk speaking in 2017.
I think we're still on track for being able to go cross-country from LA to New York by the end of the year, fully autonomous.
Okay, so a car, by the end of the year, you're saying someone's going to sit in a Tesla without touching the steering wheel, tap in New York, off it goes, won't have to ever touch the wheel by the end of 2017?
Yeah, essentially November or December of this year, we should be able to go from, all the way from a parking lot in California to a parking lot in New York, no controls touched at any point during the entire journey.
Amazing.
Imagine if you were in the audience at that event, looking back now in 2025 and realizing that you might have been one of the people who applauded that.
So Elon Musk is clearly panicking. He is panicking publicly. It's why Donald Trump did a car commercial for him. He's panicking privately, talking to big investors and his staff. And now he's panicking on the Fox propaganda outlet. Again, this interview with Bret, like, Elon is like, you hear like the shaking in his voice, and his eyes look so tired and so sad and so beaten down, which is great. It makes me feel a lot better about things. But before we get into that, of course, we just have to watch the moment that made him so upset. It's Tim Walz right here.
Saying on my phone, I don't know, some of you know this on the iPhone, they've got that little stock app. I added Tesla to it to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping. So... And if you own one, we're not blaming you. You can take dental floss and pull the Tesla thing off, and take out, just telling you.
I'm with you, Tim. I get a little boost from seeing that stock ticker go down, and if that makes you feel good, if seeing the stock ticker plummet for Tesla makes you feel great, oh boy, are you going to enjoy sad little Elon Musk?
It would be even if I wanted to, I couldn't get away with it. In fact, it's actually disadvantageous for me to be in the government, not advantageous. Yeah. If I wasn't in the government, I could lobby, and I could push for things that are advantageous to my companies, and probably receive them. My companies are suffering because I'm in the government. You just pointed that out a moment ago.
Right.
Do you think it helps sales if dealerships are being firebombed? Of course not. And Tesla customers are being intimidated all over the country and all over Europe. Mm-hmm. Does that help Tesla? I mean, you had Tim Walz, who's a huge jerk, running around on stage with the Tesla stock price where the stock price had gone in half, and he was overjoyed. What an evil thing to do. What a creep. What a jerk. Like who?
You hear like the cracking in his voice when he goes, and Tim Walz, who's a jerk. It's like Tim Walz, the guy who, like, the biggest moment of his political career, the day he made the most news, was instituting universal school breakfast and lunch. That guy, that's the huge jerk. The feed our kids guy, the universal pre-K guy, the looking out for his state while still making it one of the best places to do business in the country guy. He's a huge jerk because he mocked your company for absolutely tanking, because what an awful person you are. Do you know what, Elon? Do you know what's being a bigger jerk than making fun of a falling stock price of some South African billionaire who doesn't care about us and steals government contracts to make his billions? Taking away people's Social Security, their Medicaid, maybe mass deportations of lawful permanent residents. Have you thought that those things make you a bigger jerk than doing a bit of a joke at a rally like Tim Walz did? Elon Musk might be the worst person in the world and causing more damage than is even imaginable with his attacks on Social Security, our healthcare, USAID. Kids around the world are starving because of Elon Musk, because he wanted to shave a couple of dollars here and there, thinking that that's going to fix our government, instead of realizing it is an important investment, not only in soft power, but also just humanitarian. It is ridiculous, and it got even more ridiculous right here.
You're still involved in politics. You were big in the election, obviously in Pennsylvania. Now, I guess you're in the Wisconsin Supreme Court race. Why plug in?
Well, the Democrats are trying to redraw the districts in Wisconsin, and we're trying to stop the Democrats from gerrymandering Wisconsin to remove 2 House seats. That's what this whole Supreme Court justice case is about. So I really want to emphasize to people out there, if you're in Wisconsin, go out and vote. You can do early voting for the Supreme Court. If you have friends and family in Wisconsin, please urge them to vote for Brad Schimmel. If we don't, we could lose control of the House, and all of the government reforms could be shut down.
Finally, what's the biggest?
We know Elon never knows what he's talking about, but this is the most biased and twisted and just flat out wrong description of what's happening in Wisconsin. Democrats could win the popular vote in Wisconsin by like 55, 60%. We've talked to Ben Wickler about this, and win like 40% of the seats because Republicans have gerrymandered the state so badly. Democrats don't want to gerrymander the state. They want to un-gerrymander the state. Elon Musk is just looking out for himself because he has a lawsuit in Wisconsin that he's trying to get out of. And that's the reason why he's spending tens of millions of dollars and literally illegally writing people checks if they vote how he wants. That is what's going on there. And again, back to the previous clip from Elon, because I don't even know if we gave it enough attention for the stupid thing he said. Tim Walz is not a jerk. The people in MAGA are. And Jessica Tarlov made exactly that case right here.
There's still a due process issue here. And there are now numerous cases confirmed of people in that mega prison who should not be. We talked earlier in the week about the Venezuelan gay barber who is not in Tren de Aragua, who's in there. There's a Venezuelan married man with a political asylum claim. He has no tattoos. He was sent because of a paperwork error. And there's another man, a 25-year-old who works as a baker in Dallas, who had an autism awareness tattoo in honor of his 15-year-old brother. He got detained 2 times. The first time he was able to speak to an agent and explain what what it was. And he said, no, you're clear. He was detained again in Dallas. They did not care, and they have sent him there.
Yeah, so hopefully we fix these mistakes
no, but
and we can keep going forward
there
with the deportation.
There is a way to do, you can, it is.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute.
You
You're
mean
okay.
it's not good enough if you fix the mistake?
I don't think, in the case of the gay barber who had his
to do a due process for every one of them?
Well, there aren't that many. We've only sent, what, 250?
Jessica, you're showing more sympathy to these illegal alien gangbangers than you show to American citizens when you mistakenly let 10 million people
We should have the pictures of the victims of these people and it's real deterrence so the American people and you can see it.
That is not, if you are in the process, if you're in the asylum process, you are given certain due process rights.
Oh,
yes, you went through a legal port of entry, you were supposed to see a judge, and then you get picked up and sent for an autism awareness.
Legal or illegal port of entry?
Legal.
Yeah?
Really? Yeah.
There are... Maybe this is why people hate you, Elon. Did you ever consider your immoral and unlawful deportation along with your co-president Donald Trump is the reason people don't like you and, again, don't want to buy a car that explodes? It's called free market capitalism. I know you wouldn't understand that because you've built your companies off of subsidies from the government because you believe in corporate communism but not Social Security. But I can choose to not buy what I want. I can choose to buy a car that won't explode, or I can choose to not buy a car at all. That's what America was about until Donald Trump decided to take over and ban free speech and essentially make it illegal for me not to praise Elon Musk and run around with pom-poms cheering his name. It's absolutely ridiculous from these people who ignore every single value that they quote-unquote care to espouse all the time and then lecture us about what's right and wrong. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm glad Tim Walz is making fun of Elon. I'm glad Rachel Maddow is too. We saw a little bit at the start. Let's close with some Rachel Maddow.
Tesla stock has lost over 50% of its value in the past 3 months. Edmunds.com just reported that more people are trading in their Teslas than ever before. The share of Teslas among all cars they're seeing being traded in is 300% higher right now than it was this time last year. When JP Morgan radically slashed their forecast for Tesla sales this quarter, their analyst said this week, quote, "We struggle to think of anything analogous in the history of the automotive industry in which a brand has lost so much value so quickly." And that was before we found out that they were recalling nearly all Cybertrucks on the road for the 8th time, this time for the risk of pieces of the body coming loose and flying off in traffic. And weirdly, that kind of thing shouldn't have to factor into news about the government of the United States, but these are strange times.
Elon Musk is a loser, and I hope Tesla stock goes to zero, and I hope he is constantly telling us how sad he is watching it happen. We're going to cover it on this show because it makes me happy. And if you want to lock me up for that, Elon, you'll get deported first. I'm an actual citizen, buddy. You are not. You are a sponge on the government. You are a parasite. I don't like Elon, if you can tell. I hope you don't either. And if you don't, and you want to support this channel, support independent media, as always, you can hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video, and if you stuck around to the end, you can drop a blue heart in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you soon.